We're headed to San Jose, California now to meet one of the country's top softball players. Holly Azevedo has always been a competitor. It's true now she strikes out one hitter after another. And it was true 15 years ago when she was a toddler trying to keep up with her older brother, Drew.
They're really different. They have this funny relationship. They really love each other, and they always are, she's always jumping on him, and he's always like tackling her, and I'm always telling him to stop.
I'm very competitive. Anything that involves winning, I have to win. Especially, with my brother, we're, pretty competitive.
She's got an older brother, which is 5 years older, but it didn't matter. So she always had that competitive edge, whether it's soccer, softball, ping pong, you name it.
I was doing gymnastics. I even cheerleaded a little bit. I was really into soccer for a long time. And then I was doing softball in between all that. This just was my favorite sport, so I just kept on going with it.
Holly decided to focus on softball in about the 7th grade. And when she got to Pioneer High School, it didn't take long for her to impress Coach Ernie Garcia.
And the first time I seen her pitch, I was like, wow. And at that time, I had 2 other pitchers that were on the team. One was a junior, one was a sophomore. But I knew right away that, Holly's probably going to be the one that's going to come in and probably going to fight for the starting, pitching position. And Holly just kind of took over, and probably about the 3rd game, I think, in the season, her freshman year, she just started pitching, and she was our starter, our #1 pitcher, and ever since then she's been on that circle every time.
Through her first 3 years of high school, Holly has an earned run average of less than half a run. She averages about 13 strikeouts per game. So doing the math over a 7-inning game, that means roughly half of the opposing hitters don't even put the ball in play.
And preparing for a ball getting hit off Holly is kind of tough because, she does strike out a lot of players, but we try to teach them and we try to mentor them and say, hey, look, be ready for anything.
With Holly, no-hitters are a pretty regular occurrence, and she'll mix in a perfect game every now and then as well. She keeps hitters off balance because she can throw several different pitches, and she throws them all well.
I threw pretty much all of them. Fast, change, rise, screw, drop, curve, off speed.
One thing about Holly is that she really works hard in her pitches. She tells the coaches, hey, let's throw this some more.
I think that when I pitch, I'm always striving to get better. I always want to finesse my pitches more, making sure that everything's going, smoothly. Just, getting that W is great. Ground balls are great. Strikeouts are even better. I think my favorite part is just, getting better as a person, as a player.
Holly would be the first to tell you she wouldn't be where she is without the support she gets at home, whether it's the side work she does with her dad or the advice and encouragement from her mom.
I'm probably the more vocal one. My husband's very quiet unless he's giving her like some kind of input, but I'm always just cheering the whole time. Her father is her primary coach. He works with her on all of her different pitches, and he's very good at it.
I work with her pitching and try to work a lot on the mental game, try to get her to calm down, and obviously some days she's on her game and all her pitches are working, and some days they don't work. So just trying to calm her down and make good pitches and not let it get to her.
My dad, he knows me better than anyone else. He knows when a certain pitch is not working. He'll correct me. Our relationship, even off, the sports stuff, is really strong. We have a really strong bond.
While her parents can enjoy strikeout after strikeout, win after win, they're just as proud of Holly's efforts away from sports.
I tell her all the time that she's doing more than I could have ever done at that age. She's doing good in school. She's a great kid.
She also plays the viola. She's an advanced orchestra, and she's been doing that for a few years. And I think that's a very good, different discipline. She's been nominated a couple years in a row for Gatorade Player of the Year, and they ask for letters of reference, and I get those back, to put into the form, and I get to see what people say about her. And one of the things that really touched me was that they talked about how she was a very nice person and tried to help other kids that might be struggling in a subject or things like that. Like she doesn't have big shot-itis. She's a normal kid who understands that you have to be a nice person and help others in your community.
As a person who takes her academics and athletics equally seriously, Holly found the perfect fit for college in UCLA.
UCLA is very strong just in every point of their game. Athletics-wise, they're amazing. Pac-12, so many national championships. Academically wise, they're top notch. I mean, who wouldn't want to go there? That's like my first choice.
I think she's going to do very well. She's very sure of herself, confident in everything, and she never backs away. I've never seen her ever say, I don't know if Coach, I don't know if I could do this, or, she's really, she's confident. Sky's the limit for her.
After she finishes her senior season at Pioneer, Holly will play for the USA Junior National Team this summer before she heads to UCLA. She's already established herself as one of the best young talents in softball. Look for her to keep improving at the next level.